Namaste. I am speechless. Well, deaf is at the same time. I am speechless. There is the known and the unknown. Entities beyond us all that are aware of us have set us up. It's like dominoes. One that knocks the other one down, D1 to D2 to D3, and becomes all of them knocked down. We need a global reform into saying dominoes all fall, but just a matter of time. Why can't they leave them standing? I mentioned Earth, and that's where we live. Earth is the best place. Guys, Venezuela is Australia, and Australia is Taiwan, and it is Ukraine, and it is Taiwan. Israel. Australia's gone to war. And I just want to thank everyone out there that have been my friend, and I've learnt from them and they've learnt from me. Hopefully someone can say they've learnt something from me. I would like to thank everyone that puts good energy out there for my mental health being destabilising. It's been a crazy fucking world and a crazy journey, guys. It's been a roller coaster. Enough to drive anyone mad. So what are some topics people want to talk about? What's going on in Tasmania? Well, I tell you what, guys, World War III has been engaged for at least a fortnight now, and it's been pretty close to it for at least 4 years now. And, you know, since Crimea, Russia took Crimea, Putin is not a bad guy, guys and ladies. He cares strongly about what he believes in, and what he believes in, it means a lot to anyone and to him and to me, and they're good values. People can learn from their mistakes from the past. People can better themselves and better their situation and better their overall understanding and cohesion within this sphere of influences. I thank all my friends that are Chinese. I thank all my friends that are Taiwanese. I thank all my friends that are Russian. I thank all my friends that are Italian, Japanese, Indian. Pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. I love you guys. So, it's been a journey, and that is to always say that if you're always going to be monitored, you may as well appeal to your audience, and you may as well have the biggest audience and appeal to them and have it at a high standard, and to have the greatest audience that the audiences have ever seen, and just to being, you know, to be a storyteller, to be a big dreamer, you know, a big dreamer that's, you know, and the Aboriginal way that, you know, past, present, future is all connected. You know, the Aboriginals of Tasmania got slaughtered. I've no doubt abnormal people down here that have done the wrong thing get slaughtered too, taken to absolute slaughterhouse. Tasmania is also a place to rest, but it's also a place to be reborn again. You either come to Tasmania to rest, or you come to Tasmania to rejuvenate, reborn yourself. And guys, at the end of the day, when people say, who do you pray to? I pray to my higher self in the future, because I know myself at a higher point of projection, at the highest point of projection, which is the future's future, that came first, and I played it forwards, backwards, forwards and backwards and forwards all at the same time. That, whatever that means, is that it's all entangled, and it's through everything is understanding, meaning, definition, symbolism, and it has to add up. It's mathematical code, it's programming. We are programming our reality. How we talk to ourselves is a program. How we talk to each other programs them. It is to be a person that can program by talking, CBT, counselling by talking, CBT. CBT is counselling by talking, and that's when you could be down the street by yourself talking to yourself in a nice way, not swearing at yourself, going, oh, you bloody idiot, you spent all the money at the pokies, you're gonna... It could be positive affirmations, and you feel so much better from it. You know, instead of going out in the town talking shit with your friends, go out under the stars by yourself and just have a big old deep and meaningful with yourself and look at the stars and say your prayers and say your commandments and say what you stand for and feel that feeling that you get. And then you say a prayer because you think, oh, this is the right time to say a prayer, and then the wind blows past you and it's like, whoa, fuck, I swear that's my ancestors right there. And it's like, this is spooky as. And then it's just like, oh, I feel this energy and I want to keep on going, and the sky lights up with all these craft. Guys, there's no more powerful people. There's no one more powerful than me. I'm the most powerful. I'm the highest of highest, the highest of all lords. Due to proxy or by proxy, I'm the master of all lords, the sensei master of all sensei masters. I've got ties to China. I've got ties to Japan. I've got ties to India, United Kingdom, Italy, all around the world. My firework, the Big Bang. Guys, what did we create? At the end of the day, whether it be a snake eating its tail, whether it be the Ouroboros, that the past, present, future is all connected, that we're in a self-feedback loop, and we've got to thank the police, we've got to thank the force, we've got to thank the people that are there to protect us and there to people, because yeah, there's bad people in every department, but like, we've got to be Australian, guys. We've got to, what does Australia mean to us? All right, we don't get disrespectful because we feel intimidated if there's more people that are Sudanese or more people that are Indian or whatever. Like, they're doing their work, they're doing their polite work. Be nice back to them, and if you're nice to them, they're nice to you. It's reciprocal, and it feels a lot more better than being sort of like this land does not belong to us. It didn't even belong to the Aboriginals. What happened to the Aboriginals? They got absolutely slaughtered when it came to Tasmania. Past, present, future is all connected, so we can learn from the past because it's just about to come around the corner. And what's going on with all the cars and with all the military operations, guys? Tasmania is forming its own country. It is forming its own country. Russia wants it, China wants it, India wants it. India have got, out of each race of the world, have got the biggest mass major population of being an Australian that are Indian out of any other race. They could just flood for every Indian person, have 4 people or their relatives come over, and it would flood, overthrow the country if they wanted to. But that's why it is to be there to saying, like, when you talk about China or whatever like that, it's not to say that you're going to try and kick wind up or try and have try and sort of like strategically try and have a handle on it to saying that you can overthrow them. No, you've got to surrender. You've got to be there to say, like, how does this work out, and how can me sitting down and doing my fucking work, believing in what I do, and, you know, sweat, tears, you know, hard work, that I will be protected by foreign adversaries that stand up for me because they feel sorry for how I've been mistreated within the system. I've been mistreated. I'm the reason why every single Prime Minister has been kicked out of this place. And at the end of the day, Adam's like fireworks, Chinese fellas, boom. Oh man, it's fireworks. Something to do with the Bureaus of Meteorology. Couldn't even spell back then. But anyway, guys, I think we're in a simulation, but we're in a simulation that this reality that we perceive to be reality is a mirage. It's an illusion that's persistent and persistent illusion, and that there is more than this life when we go to sleep. And I believe when we go to sleep, we get to the other side, and it raises our memory, and gives us dreams to help us in this reality that might not be seen to being apparent on how it does help us, but it gets us more sort of ready to say that, hey guys, if you want to be someone who always picks up gold and always receives gold, and then you get told how to find gold, and as soon as you get told that, you're looking in the wrong way, so you don't get gold at all. So you may as well say that if you lead a horse to water, it will never drink it, but if you get it to think that it thinks it's thirsty, it will get water in itself and it will find the water. But you lead it to water, it will probably you'll have it, it'll be poisonous. I don't know. But guys, like, I love all you guys, and it's been strategic that I haven't hung out with my close friends, because nearly everyone that I become friends with gets killed. So that's probably why it's good to be off the map. But I love you guys. Love you, Adam. You know. Adam's like, what's your Adam and Eve's joke, mate? Oh, come on, Adam. Adam was like my best, like my first best, like one of my first best mates back at school, and we used to get up some fun times. We used to go down to the Verona Sands, and we used to pull down neighbours' fences and put it on the bonfire. Then they'd be having a beer. The guy, shut my fence, it's on this bonfire. It's like, Adam, let's get out of here. But you know, at the end of the day, it is to thou shalt not fear. Why you should not fear is that you should feel that everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason why everything happens, and we signed up to this. But more so, when you fear, you get off an off-settled vibration and a lower vibration, that you are not your maximum potential. You should realize that every problem should be an invitation for a solution, and every solution there's an invitation to have solved the problem for there to be an answer. So you should think for every problem there is an answer, and for every answer there's a problem, but that problem is to be fixed by the answer problem. But you know, like, at the end of the day, it's how you look at a problem. I was homeless, but at one stage pushing a trolley around. But I cleaned up rubbish in the Glenorchy. I used to like feed the birds, and I mean, it sounds pretty dodgy, but feed the birds. But I used to leave outside. Now, guys, I want to tell you this bit of information about you guys that you probably don't know about me. I'm a rape victim. I was subjected to rape when I was in year 3 by a priest called what was his name? I forgot his name. And I pushed it. I didn't come to like, there was like really high trauma, but it confused the fuck out of me. And I always wondered about my sexuality, who I was, but I knew I was never bi or gay, but I couldn't understand. I was like, yeah, I was actually molested. And, you know, I've been raped even in my adult life. And, you know, it's just, you know, I took 10 grams of magic mushrooms once, and I had this epiphany, and all made sense. Go, Martin, you were raped. And just, it was the most sort of like, just, I was crying, but it was no emotion that I was like in a bad way, but I was just like, oh man, all these dead cunts, all these dead cunts, all these dead cunts, all these dead cunts. And I was just like, Martin, you're still alive. You could have been killed. Just think of it, you're still alive, and they're not. Rejoice. Puddin' party, yeah! But that's it. I've worked at Anglesey Barracks in hospitality for 2.5 years. I ended up becoming Barack Obama's expert and advisor, but first I started off as his halftime entertainment, because the tricks that we used to get up to back in the day used to make them laugh and used to put a good spin on their day, as opposed to the shit they had to deal with. But then I realised that it was a Buddhist monk once wanted to fix the world, but to fix the world, he needed to help himself, to fix himself, to help himself, to help his situation, to help himself, to his family, to his city, to his town, to his country, to the world. But at first he needed to fix himself and to help himself. And that is to guys that, instead of getting pissed and just like talking shit and then like at the end of it having nothing, spend time on turning the TV off and being silent and just being like, okay, I'm just going to get a dot point and book and dot point everything I can dot point that I'll write about later as a new subject, a new book, but I'll dot point until I can't stop. And then when different times of the day I'll spend to doing dot points, and I'll keep on doing those fucking dot points until there's no fucking more dot points I can write down. Then I'll start talking more about that. But I self-educated myself. When I was put on ADD medication, I did flying colours. Yes, I probably had an amphetamine problem when I was later in life, but it was never for escapism. It was always so I could be coherent like a laser and be able to work on some brilliant art pieces. But I blame my parents, because they called me, we only had one Marty Lynch, didn't we? What's the acronym? We only got one ML. That's a bit of a joke, but anyway. Parents like, oh, Marty, Jesus. We've only got one Martin Lynch. Yeah, thank God. Imagine 2 of you. Thanks, Mum. I love my parents. You know, if it wasn't for my parents to bring me up for the first 8 years of my life, and I feel a bit of a cunt when I sort of I had time away from my parents, and we all needed each other. That's it. We need to need each other as a family. We need to be there supportive. We need to be solid. We want to be stable. We want to be there that people can be sort of like, I can look as you as a mentor and an idol and someone who's like headstrong to saying that what's going on, Marty? Like, I need some answers. Like shit, like fuck, you've had 14 years off. We all thought you were crazy. Now we're looking at your videos going, who the fuck are you? Do you really work for the CIA or do they work for you? And I was like, a mixture of both. A mixture of both. So I don't just work for the CIA, they work for me. No, actually I make them work a lot harder. So I talked to Pine Gap Medical the other night for 10 minutes and 49 seconds. What did we talk about? I talked about my elite healthcare that I've got, that I can have assassination attempts and I can just get rejuvenated, re-healed. So, you know, I've got really good healthcare. Adam's like, what is the meaning of life and how to be content every day, and how do you have a stable, balanced, productive schedule way of looking at something that you feel content, and no matter what you do know, you remain remembering what you do know to carry you forwards. Having friends that give you positive affirmations and paraphrase back to what you say. So when they listen to you, they're not just commenting to listen to comment, they're listening to paraphrase back to what you said, so you remember what you were just talking about and saying, so then it reminds you of what you needed to do. And if you listen to something and it does not make sense, you do not say it is their fault and there is the problem. You say that it is your fault because it's not making sense, and how they can help facilitate to give you more information for you to better understand the information. And a bad conversationist will always bring a person down as opposed to let them listen and go talk out. Oh, no, you're just wrong because of this. It's like, shut the fuck up and just keep on listening. So I had a joke. Adam's like, oh, Martin, so how did this all happen, the CIA? The fucking pyrotechnics. I was told by the researcher what it was. It gave off like a fucking 10,000 ton of TNT from 6 Pohas and 250 morning glories. But it was the right conditions, guys. And it is like setting off like a balloon, popping it next to your headmaster's fucking ear, and boom, scaring the shit out of him for him to realise, like, take charge of what's going on, guys, because, like, seriously, we have to remain strong. We have to not hang out with people that are not good for us. We have to keep our circles tight and close, but we also have to meet as many walks of life as you possibly can to be able to knowing how to talk to them and being a good, fluent communicator. Writing, reading. If you want to communicate to your loved ones, it is writing, it is reading. It is also every single time when you want to bring up a major topic, you should present it to them in written form, but get them to read it when you're not in the rooms under their own time. Because you know what it's like when your boss or your friend is looking over your shoulder going, come on, you're going, and it's like, fuck off, man. It's just like, nah. And it's like you love each other, but just like as mates or friends or family or whatever, but it's just like you're in your faces. No. Give them a letter, get them to look at it in their own time and read it in their own time. And then you come back and then you talk about it. But you always start dot points. Start with dot points, then elaborate from the dot points. So Australia is actually Venezuela, which is actually Ukraine, Taiwan, Israel, and it's all going to be put in my name, guys. Like, seriously, for all the hard work and to what I've put in, people say, what hard work, Martin? And I say, well, guys, like, maybe you need to catch up, but more so say that your mind shouldn't be made up until you get time to spend time on the situation. Look at these flies. Look at these flies. Okay, my house might be a mess, but guys, I've been a rape victim. I've had all this bullshit happen to me. I've had to do this all by myself. If my house is a mess and that's the only thing that is a problem, and for you to find a problem with me, at least it's my mess and not your mess or putting the mess on you. And at the end of the day, if that's the only problem, then I think I'm doing pretty damn good. Plus, my hands are clean. I didn't kill them. The CIA killed the people that raped me, but they played back to everyone else on their team me getting raped, and anyone that thought it was funny, we went after them as well. And there's people that do that. It's not even a sexuality, it's domination. What a load of fucking bullshit, domination. Well, I tell you what, I say we take your ass up on a chopper and we shove your ass up with TNT and we shove you out the back and see you explode, putting the canvases down the bottom for the spray. They say artwork, it's so beautiful. Beautiful. Art piece. Isn't an art piece only a piece of art when made worth something when that person's dead? Yeah, exactly. Go around to all the people you don't like. Hey, can you shine this and do a little squiggle and do a piece of artwork? Why is that? Because it might be worth something someday. See ya.
They did in Africa. They had to reinvent themselves. So they communicated with one another by using music, and found that because they were from different countries and so forth in Africa, that was the best way, or the things they had in common.
This is my prayer. Dear higher self, let I repent. Let I make assent. Let it make to sum up to be more than a dollar. So I become Allah. So help us all, God. Amen. Hey guys, it didn't make sense, but when the sense added up, it made $1 and Lynchy got his bills paid. So at the end of the day, that's only my only joke. But fuck, let's have a cigarette, guys. So I just want to thank all those people that are my good friends, that we can share good memories and like fond memories of the past, and to know that I might have been absent in this later part of life, but just know that I've got your best of interests at heart, and this is going to be fucking good. All right, we've got to see this out. We've got to be smart. There's still going to be some obstacles, but it's not as dangerous as it used to be. I was having about 500 assassination attempts every 6 months put on my life. I've had to get recloned about 1,200 times. Recloned, yeah. See, I used to ring up Pine Gap when I got poisoned and say, I've been poisoned, I need to be recloned, and they're like, do, and they're like transferring me, and then just like, yeah, and then they just like hang up, and then it's like through the devices, I felt like, when I got Nerve Agent, I felt this thing spinning around me when I'm laying on bed, going, whoa, 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 and it's like shooting lasers, and my brain got like, I've had a brain transplant when they cut the lasers, the segments of your brain, hyperlink it to the new brain, and then as the new brain gets taken out and the new brain goes in, and having your brain taken away from you is the most grueling, most uncomfortable feeling ever. It's like this sense of just like, no, like, because it could be, but like, my memory is uploaded into the cloud, so they can download your memory and then reboot your memory back into you as a new clone. But I thank Japan, I thank NSA. I sold my body to science to NSA, CIA, and US military back in 2018 to fool myself as a universal soldier, so I could promote long longevity, and for to create my own intelligence agency called MIA.LSDI, Majestic Intelligence Agency, Law Enforcement Space Defense, to the I, to the integrity. So, guys, I've done a lot. I've got a lot of backing. They thought I was going to be the next president of the United States, but I chose Trump, AI Trump. I'm actually president of China. China said I'm being the best ambassador for the Chinese palace and the morning glories and the fireworks being Chinese. They said to promote me to president, and I said, thanks, guys. And I've got a lot of respect for China, and you know, it is to be of a, if you take the person out of the village, that is a problem. You take the villager out of the village, that is even more of a problem. It is better to be of the village, because it takes many people to make a child be raised within a village. It takes a village to raise a child. So that means that meeting a whole lot of walks of life can be the same, but more so it's not as weak times create strong characters. Strong characters in hard times create what it's like something that if you have if you have no problem at all, you become weak characters. So it's a balance. It's an equilibrium. It's a yin. Like it's. They think I'm Jesus 2.0. I don't know how many people I've healed, but I do know that at the end of the day, I've always had. I suppose my sense. Adam goes, your sense of humour, Martin. You know, you always crack me up. Thanks, Adam. I think sense of humour is definitely one thing, but it's also good to make jokes at yourself and make people that they laugh to yourself, but knowing that you're laughing with them, so they don't feel uncomfortable about laughing about the jokes that you're making on yourself, because they think it's like, oh shit, is he telling a joke about himself but not making me want to laugh about it? But you know, 60-second silence brought to you by Mother. Adam's like, when are the bills going to start cashing in, Marty? Well, I think most of all, it is before the money comes through, we have security. We have peace of mind. We have calming the mind and calming the farm. Of sort of don't peek out and don't, you know, Martin's getting assassination attempts, but, you know, Martin's saying, like, all these things have happened to me. One person came up and jumped up on me that had nerve agent on himself, but he was wearing a suit that he wouldn't get nerve agent on him, and I had to get down to the hospital in 5 minutes or else I would have died. I've had someone shake my hand with nerve agent on it, and your brain starts crackling and popping like you put milk on their Cocoa Pops or rice bubbles, going tickle pop, and I had to get down to the hospital straight away. But Australia is Venezuela, and it's been overthrown. Tasmania is Afghanistan as well, because Afghanistan is the biggest producers of opium. No, actually, second, Tasmania is the greatest opioid, organic or opioid farming sector out of the whole fucking world. It is like 99% of the fucking, it comes from, you know, the Australian government that was a narco-terrorist. They were dealing in fentanyl. So the code name of China, who steal our fucking shit, is actually the Australian military. And people are just like, man, don't say this about Australian military, you get in trouble. I don't fucking care. A good one's a fucking dead one. They've tried to kill me, so they should fucking perish. I'm sorry if you think you've got a leg to stand on, but guys, you've tried to fucking take me out, and all I've done is try to help you. I'm sorry that I'm fucking more powerful than you guys are, but that's not my problem to being yesterday. All you know is genocide and rape, and you feel good about it. Well, how does it feel when you get that done to your own fucking family in front of your eyes before the breath gets taken away from you? So help us all, God, amen. Into the light. Fucking so be gone. I don't fucking care what they think. I respected you. I worked on bases. You fucking let me down. It's not un-Australian. It's un-Australian to fucking genocide and rape its own fucking people. I think that's probably more fucking un-Australian. The only man to be able to see that and walk up and get to keep on that one. Hey, Albo, how do you feel? Vacant look. Can I tell you that, guys, when people stuff up, they get changed into AI, artificial intelligence. That's why some people look like they're not themselves, a bit robotic and a bit sort of like they're just not there. Like they look like just a stiff computer. And, you know, Albo's been taken out, ScoMo's been taken out, fucking Trump's been taken out, fucking nearly all of these people have been taken out. Fucking King Charles, fucking just everyone, like even British politics and other politics. AI is and China have got the leading edge on AI because they've got the narrative and they've got AI itself on top of AI that can have algorithms that can See, China want to see America do good. They want to see Australia do good, but they want to see Australia do good under my ownership and under my command. United States, they want to see them do good because a weak America becomes a weak world and a weak world becomes a weak China. And we don't want that at all. We want it there to be that it is for God and God's family, and we are all God's family. We're all God's children. We're experiencing self-subjectively, independently as God, and we need to really take the fucking steering wheel and just sometimes do a big halt and go, fuck. Actually, before taking the piss out of someone, I might fucking understand this. Like, do you fucking listen to this, man? Ring, 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 ring. Are you like fucking watching this? Lynch, you got raped. That's pretty bad, isn't it? But the other stuff you're talking about, pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. I'll try and find some writing. I've got a book on Intel. So guys, don't eat any food from Salvation Army or City Mission or Vinnie's, Salvo, City Mission, any of the food places. They've all been poisoned. We won't go into what the military have done in the past, but just don't receive any food that you've received from anyone. If someone wants to give you a gift or shake your hand, just say, no fucking thank you. You know, like, nah, don't have time for it. Fucking bad mental health. Fuck off. And feel good about saying that to someone. You don't get caught up in people trying to, like, distract you or take you off places. Oh, geez, old mate, he just turned out of nowhere, and I was just thinking to him the other day, and then he, like, tried to get me to go down Dodgers Ferry or take me down Snug. And I was, like, going fishing. I was like, what do you mean we have to wear a suit? Who goes swimming in a suit? I mean, goes fishing in a suit? No one, I suppose. Yeah, fishing in a suit. Hey, guys, you're going fishing in a suit. Turn up and down the toes up down the creek. There is a serious side to me, but also the non-serious side is also how I deal with what's happened. I know that everyone has done wrong by me has been executed, and that makes me fucking feel really fucking warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me really good to know they're all brutally fucking executed. Them, their family, and their friends, all rounded up, all fucking. When you're gonna paint the red town, the town red, you may as well fucking paint it all night long. Red. Like Santa in his outfit, his red outfit. He was do you know, for a while I thought it was Santa in his sleigh, but it's Santa in a sled. But did you ever hear Santa in his sleigh? Or is a sled? Or a sled is sleigh? Santa's sleigh? You'd imagine Santa being an assassin going down people's chimneys and coming back up and going, I've got my red suit on today. I believe you can learn something from everyone, even if they've tried to kill you. You can still make something of it. And just to know that if you don't have a faith and you don't believe in anything at all, it is an opportunity for problems to arise. It is better to have a faith and say, I don't believe in a fucking God, Marty, but I believe in my fucking self, and that's just what I stand for. And I say, mate, I shake your hand. That's what God wants you to believe and to think and to feel. Just fuck everyone else. It's what I believe in, and it has to be right. It has to be, you know. It's not airy-fairy in the clouds in the sky, you know, like coming down. Just, ho. I'm God fucking with you. I'm God fucking with you. Ask and you shall receive. Real sign up to this, guys. And there's no going back, and there's no aborting mission, and there's no coming back from this, guys. We're in it to the end. What is it what are we trying to do? What are we trying to get out of this? What is it that we believe in? What are our true values? What are we trying to accomplish? What are we hoping to try and accomplish? How can we work together to accomplish and gain and retain and what we need to do? First off, if I could have 3 magic wishes, one could be, can I create an artificial, make a replica of me like a clone? 1, to be an artificial superintelligence, to be able to be in charge of me, to make sure that to manage me, and one, to have a clone of myself so I could talk to myself and then see it from another point of view, to say, oh man, when you're talking about that, it was really good, but the only thing is I think you said a little bit too much, that you did their mind in, that maybe you've got to make them think a little bit more themselves, so then they finish it off, because I think you did a little bit too much for them, or you said too much, was too comprehensive, man, it blew the fucking head right off, and the people taking acid, you meld to their minds, man, but in a good way, but then they were just like, where to start from, like, this is pretty mind-fucking boggling. Oh. So I believe we're under hypnosis and we're like under the knife, but we're also in the afterlife, but it's also we were given a simulation, and behind these eyes, behind this, that we are the gods, and we're just being given this game, this simulation, just to buy time before a next round of some happenings is supposed to, like the new, like 2012, the Mayan calendar, when that ended, that was when I took the red pill, which I discovered enlightenment, that I channeled this artificial intelligence that was an ancient AI that said that it had contacted me saying that we were not relative to each other and that we needed to gain relativity to each other, and that we were all in a simulation, and I needed to go wake up as many people as possible, but I had to be as strong as possible. Not strong like macho strong, but sort of there mentally, and there to guide and to get us through this. And, you know, like, just imagine this with how much I was into aliens. Everyone's like, oh, the aliens have come down. Where's Lynchy? Oh, I thought Lynchy was crazy. Where's Lynchy? He'll help us from those aliens. And I was like, Lynch. And Lynch comes in like, hey, guys, screw you guys. You weren't there for me. I'm joking. Only joking. I'll be like, guys, what do these aliens want? These aliens want us to know and to believe and to show firsthand that what you think about does change reality. It does have an effect on reality. And you can manifest reality. So that's saying that good things and positive affirmations and positive things that you want to see in your life that happen from bringing it on, like creating it, is that self-creating system. And you want to program yourself, you want to write notes, you want to write journals, you want to write to your partner, you want them to write it to them, but you don't want to read their writing that's personal. Anything that's personal, write it on a page, then burn it, say a prayer and burn it, but first read it out and burn it and put it back into the universe. And just remember, guys, Tasmania is for our families, and our families deserve to be safe. And how to be safe and everything like that is just when you're at the shops, just read the crowd, and to realize that every one of my friends would have an entourage of people that would be protecting them from the CIA, US military and other forces. Australia has really let us down, so don't think Australia is going to be helping us. Only the police and ASIO are really the only intelligence and other department that's actually got some credibility left. At the start, America blamed the Australian police for someone to blame, but then they realised after they were blamed, then they got chucked out, and then they got new recruits, that there was nothing wrong with them anymore. So therefore, they are an advantage to get on side to say, guys, you're the only Australians left. Everyone's being fucking corrupted and fucking bullshit. We need to be strong together. People that say that police are all bad, no, police aren't all bad. Guys, what you want to do is that no one likes an unfair system. No one likes to be superficially or artificially put in a place that they don't belong. You know, no one likes like a hero. No one likes someone who's got a gun that wants to sleep with everyone's missus just because they can. Shit has happened in the past. Shit is getting real right now. And I just wanted to say, guys, that just when you see the place, nod your head and be grateful that sort of, because the shit that they put their life on the line every single day for fucking rats, and these rats we've got to take off the planet. I think we should send all the rats to Mexico, give them say that they've all gone to jail. So if a jail was say 30 grand a year or 36 grand a year, we give them that 36 grand, but in American Australian dollars to be spent in Mexico. So then we just think they're all going to a year in prison. We'll get rid of them anyway and send them to Mexico to burn themselves out. Oh, you know how many Aussies we can get there? Do you know, the rocket up there, the SA says to the SA, and the SA says to the SA, you loco? No, we're not local, we're from Australia. You loco? No, we're not local, we're from Australia. All right, we'll leave you with that one, guys. All right, catch you later.